Hello, my beautiful souls. Tiana here at Worth the Read 1111. Back. It's been a couple weeks. Lots of energy moving through the universe the past, ever since the new year. But I have missed you. I am so glad to be here during this reading with you. I attempted to do some readings a few nights ago and was having technical difficulties, so took that as a sign to wait and get my own energy back up. But I'm here back with you, so let's do this. What I want to do today, because it is the 222 portal, I want to just do an energy check on your connection with your divine counterpart, soulmate, sacred sidekick, whatever you want to call it. But know this, whenever you're watching this reading, it's meant for you. But there is heightened energy in the universe today. I'm really feeling it. And so I just want to check in on the health of the connection, see what's going on. All right, so I just want to clear the space a little bit, and to do that, I'm going to use my Crystal Love infused spray from Crystals with Purpose. You can find her on Etsy. Soul sister of mine, dear friend, love her a lot. She makes some great sprays. I'm also going to burn some sage and just call in spirit, archangels, all of my spirit guides, divine source energy, to put their stamp on this reading. Allow me to read and hear clearly, accurately. Thank you for putting your energy into me and allowing me to be a clear channel for the collective. Ashe. I clear this space and infuse it with the highest love and light of divine source energy. All right. I kind of like when the ash falls from the sage, puts a little earthy element over the reading. How have you guys been? Man, I really want to hear from you guys. I know for me, I've been really good. I've been feeling the energy. Okay, High Priestess. I see how you guys have been. You guys have been going within. You've learned a lot. There's a lot you know that you may not be saying. A lot of processing going on, a lot of hearing, intuition, downloads being received at this time. It's almost like if you could turn it off, you would, but the channeling, the telepathy is coming through like a faucet is what I'm hearing. If your eyes could tell a story, man, I bet they're saying a lot. I feel like there's a certain knowingness that's taken over you. You've come to know some things about yourself, your partner, that have just put a lot into perspective for you. It's calmed the waters is what I'm hearing. It's grounded you in a certain knowingness, a certain faith, a new belief. I just saw the Two of Cups as I was saying that. So yeah, you know, this is twin flame energy. It's really strong at this time. All right. Thank you, Spirit. I just saw the Eight of Wands too. So communication, messages coming through. Someone may be coming toward you, or you're thinking about going toward them, which, I mean, I feel like that's always the case on this journey, but really understanding that there is a proper time and a place to do things. So definitely following your intuition on that. This could also symbolize communication, because as one of my tarot mentors always says, High Priestess is no talkie, no talkie. If you watch MJ over at Soulful Revolution, I love when she says that, because it's so true. You know, the High Priestess, she knows a lot and she ain't saying nothing. And so if you've been finding yourself up in your head asking the same questions over and over and over again, and you feel like you're not getting any answers, that's Spirit's way of telling you you already know. So let's see what's going on with your person. Okay. Yeah, they're really trying to do their own work of manifesting their way out of the hurt and pain that's, you know, lingered and kind of weighed down this connection. I feel like you are much more healed than or you've done a lot of healing over the past few months. You're seeing a lot of truth. You're no longer afraid to speak your truth. But there's still some doubt because this person isn't coming toward you yet. And that's because they're trying to figure out their own thing. They're trying to, okay, I'm just going to say it. I heard rein in kind of this, you know, I was going to say asshole nature, but bullish is a better word, bullheaded nature that they've been stuck in for so long. But because of all of the downloads that's being received on both sides, they're having no choice but to like face the music, Spirit is saying, to really like go toe to toe with their shadow side. And that's caused a lot of pain because it's actually made them question like it's made them question everything about who they are and who they believe themselves to be. This strategy that they thought was working for them is no longer serving them. I'm hearing that what they've been creating as a result of this way of being is showing up in all of their relationships. Like the lesson is being like put in their face over and over and over and over again. Like, hey, yo, you really got to open up, dude. You really got to open up your heart. You got to heal this shit and move forward, because it's not just going to keep you stagnant in this relationship, but in every relationship in your life. And they know that. But I'll tell you this, while everything in this connection may not feel good, the learning is invaluable. The learning is invaluable, and it's really grounding you in who you really are. It's really like the more you go within to this shadow part of yourself, the more you go in and heal yourself, it's actually having an effect on their healing too. It's helping them to want to open up a little more than they have been. So it's like they're taking baby steps. And you can't blame them, because I mean, you know, with this moon card here, this is still saying that, you know, everything is not bright and sunny. It's still really dark. They're still like feeling their way through, but the healing work that you're doing is definitely having an effect on the connection. And they feel you, like they feel you. And that's what's causing them to like be on this kind of shaky ground of like WTF. They may not be saying it out loud, but there's a knowingness, a new knowingness, a deeper knowingness that they have around this connection now. Like they're not in denial about it anymore. They don't really know like what to do next, but they're definitely not in denial about it anymore. So I feel like that's a good thing. Your work is to stay grounded on, like to keep your feet planted toward the ground, but keep your head towards the heaven. You know what I mean? To keep moving keep moving down your path, keep moving in the direction of what feels good for you, what's true for you. And not losing faith in what you know is real. I just want to turn that down a little bit so you can see more of the cards. Spirit says your person is healing. So let's see let's see what the emotional blocks are for them at this time. Like, what's still keeping them stuck? I saw the divine consciousness card in there flipped up, and it came out again. Okay, they're learning. They're really learning. Look at this. Divine consciousness and self-expression. So this person is really introspective. This person knows a lot but doesn't say a lot, and they're really having to step out of their comfort zone and speak up in every area of their life, not just with you. And the more that they deepen their spirituality, their connection with source, the more confident they are about speaking authentic truth. You know, not just what sounds good, not just those witty punchlines that they're so good at delivering, but really listening to the voice within, that voice that they like to deny, that voice that, you know, makes them feel nervous when it starts speaking, particularly around how they feel. Man, Source is talking to them. Source is talking to them nonstop. Like I said, it's almost like, so as much as Source is talking to you, talking to them too, not just you. Like, this is a two-way conversation that's going on in the astral realm. Spirit is just saying they're opening up, they're opening up, they're opening up, they're opening up. And your work is to step back and not try to interfere with that. Not interfere with that, not try to put any pressure, not try to move forward. Like, stay grounded in, like, King of Swords, you know, he thinks rationally. He thinks logically. He's practical. And he's very clear, you know. Clarity is the order of the day with the King of Swords. So you want to make sure that any moves you are making, you're doing so with full faith, trust, and clarity. Okay? Applying what you have learned. See, what I feel like for you, let's see what the emotional block is for you. But I think, you know, you've learned a lot, but when it comes to this particular person, you can lose your shit pretty quick. Yep, responsibility, creativity. You got to rein in that passion. You got to rein in those strong forces that say, just do it, just do it, just do it. No. Spirit is saying, leave this person to themselves for now. Leave them to themselves to be with themselves. Trust and know that the more they move toward their connection with themselves, they have no choice but to move toward you, because that's where their clarity comes through. The clarity of how they need to let go of this. All right. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice. Man, you know what? I really try to keep this a lot prettier, but hey, look, we're flowing, so let's just keep it going. All right. See, I told you. Spirit is telling you to keep your distance. Watch, step back, let things unfold. You know, see things from a higher perspective. You don't have to be up close, personal, physical, touchy with this person to have them, to be with them, to feel them, to know them. You know this. You know this. I know it's difficult. I know you want to be with them, but you got to give them space. Give them space to grow, to learn, to do their work. Yep, to do their work, because the ball is in their court. The ball is in their court right now. I just saw the unfinished symphony card. So for those of you who may be concerned or doubting the connection, don't trip. Don't trip. All is well. All is well. All is well. But all is not as it seems either, right? So you need to remember that all is not as it seems. Don't get so caught up in what things look like. And here's the deal. You may not want to hear this, but here's the real deal. Union is not the only option. We live in a world of infinite possibilities. Your job is not to know the outcome or try to predict the outcome or try to create the outcome. Your job as a twin flame on this journey is to wish this person well on their path, to pray for them, send them love and light, encourage their healing by doing your own healing, but not be tied to what the outcome is going to be, because there are a lot of things that you can't see right now. You don't know what is going on. You know what I mean? And that's not a bad thing. It just means that the focus, keep your eye on this, stay in tune, stay in alignment, keep doing your work, what you need to do, but don't make this the end all be all, the only option, because things may not be exactly what they appear to be in either direction right now, bad or good. You know what I'm saying? I just want to pull. I just saw victory though. Okay. All right. Yep. So this is what this card is saying. You really got to get out of this, either or. I feel like this is saying it's like all or nothing, that mindset, because, so I made a tweet not long ago that says, nostalgia can sometimes fool us into believing that a situation or a relationship was something more than what it is. Not to say that this relationship with your person isn't all the way 100% real and great and everything that, you believe it to be, but sometimes we can blow things up in our minds, especially when we've been out of a situation for a long time. We can blow things up in our mind to make ourselves believe that, like, without this situation, like, we might die, like nothing could ever be as good as this. And that's just not true. The reality of it is where this connection is based on the energy I'm picking up today, it could really go either way. Each person has to do their work. And so you really have to step out of it and just admit that, you don't know everything. You don't know everything. You don't know enough right now. All you can do is go on your intuition, your feelings, let that lead you, but not bleed you dry, like suck you dry emotionally, to where it's all you're focusing on. That makes sense? Okay, good. And because I'm a big believer in the bottom of the deck, this card came out again. This was on the bottom of the deck. This is what I saw earlier. So there's movement. And I feel like, based on what I'm seeing, there's movement in the right direction. Still a lot of work to do. By no means am I saying like this person is going to call you tomorrow and it's going to be all good and you guys are going to, ride off into the sunset. But the thing you have been praying for, their healing, them coming out of this resentment, anger, frustration. I'm even hearing like people pleasing, inauthenticity, them coming out of that is happening. That it's happening. And you are releasing control. You are releasing attachment. You are releasing this shortage consciousness that you've been living in where, well, if I can't have this, then, it was all for nothing. Like that, you're moving out of that. And that's because you've grown spiritually. And you're no longer afraid to admit, this is what I want. And yes, I'm not crazy. Yes, I'm on this path. All right. I'm so glad I did this reading today. I don't often do, energy checks, just because I feel like, based on what I've learned during the years I've been on this journey, the more you focus on yourself, the better things are anyway, and the quicker they happen. Oh, sorry about that. I stuck my finger in front of the camera. I just want to make sure you can totally see this. But yeah, like I've just learned within my own experience that the more you come into union with yourself, the more you focus on yourself, the more you come into union with yourself, the more things work out in your favor anyway. You know, like we can't begin to know the goodness that spirit has for us, and it's always better than what we have in mind. So don't forget that. You know, it's not about a particular person, it's not about a particular situation, it's about being in alignment with your highest good. So what is this person wanting to tell you right now? I can tell you right now, I feel like more and more they're ready to take some responsibility, more responsibility than they have been in the past. But you know, like, what does that really mean? At this point, so much has happened, so much time has passed. It's really about just operating from a clean slate in the new energy that you both are in. If you were to come back together, no need to, you know, dredge up the past at this point. That's what Spirit is saying to me. Take that how it resonates for you. So what does this person really want to say to you? What is this thing that they've been holding on to that they really are trying to muster up the courage to say? Okay, that's way too many. Okay, way too many. I'm not going to take that one because there was like 15 cards. But if you saw it, you caught a glimpse, and it resonated, then you can take that. All right. What did I just say? What did I just say? Okay, like, man, they want a do-over. They totally want a do-over, but they don't know how to say that because of all they have or have not said in the past, of everything that's happened. It would kind of just be like they're afraid if they just come toward you like nothing ever happened. It's like, man, how do I do that? I gotta say something. And you know what? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I know for me, the kind of person I am, like, once I forgive within my own heart, I'm really good. I don't necessarily need someone to say anything to me. It's nice if they do, because that's what they need to do for them. But yeah, I feel this. Some of you may not feel this. Some of you may be like, no, we gotta, talk it out. But and maybe you're afraid that maybe you are the one who needs to come forward and apologize, and are really afraid to, and they just haven't been able to tell you that, that's not even necessary. Like, all is well. Like, let's start over, clean slate. If nothing else, like, if this is someone who you're not in communication with, I hope this gives you some comfort in knowing, like, if you've been worried that they're still hanging on to some hurt and pain, know that they are very much in the process of taking control of their own heart and mind in a way that they weren't able to before. See that? See that? And, you can take that as word as bond, because the emperor doesn't say shit that he doesn't mean. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know why I'm putting my finger all in front of the camera today, but, yeah, I'm going to just leave that right there. I'm going to get one more. Well, first, I like to read these on the back. It says, your partner did something awful, and when you forgave them soon after, you didn't make it to it never happened. Now, each time they veer even slightly in the direction of their original crime, you're angry all over again. No one is holding a gun to your head to offer true forgiveness, and you may not be ready, but if you genuinely want to forgive your partner and let go of the resentment, this is the ticket. They want to let it go. They let me tell you something. Carrying it around, they're starting to see it, like I said, in every other part of their life. They're ready to let it go because it was about more than what happened between you. Like this behavior pattern they have of like holding on to shit, holding on to grudges, it's not serving them in their lives, and it's a divine lesson that they have to learn in order to grow. So one more thing they want to say to you. One more thing. I feel like there's one other big thing that they really want to say. Okay, maybe there's two. All I'm feeling right now is your position. I need you to come back so I can relate to you, not your position. I'm so sorry I couldn't hear you sooner. Yeah, so this, I feel like this card goes with the I forgive you. It completely never happened. Like they really want to say that, but they're so afraid that you're still, angry. Like they very much remember how nurturing, how loving, how giving, how sweet your energy is, and how compassionate you are. But they also know like you don't take any shit. So they're looking for a way, or they're hoping somehow some divine opportunity will come up that will bring you guys back into connection in a non-threatening way. Like maybe you'll run into each other, or maybe, I don't know. I think they're even hoping that you might call, even though Spirit is saying that, that's not what you need to do at this time, that's on them. But they're hoping something like that can happen, so they can, like, it would make them feel more comfortable expressing their truth if they could really feel your energy, not just like your energy, not the energy of how the connection ended when you guys were both angry. They totally understand where you were coming from now, and I feel like that. I feel like you may be watching them in some way, or you just have intuitive guidance that's letting you know. And I know this happens for me in my own connection. As I heal, I know that my person feels that, and as they learn their lessons, like I'm totally picking up on that energy. A lot of the times I can hear it when they're actually processing it. So I feel like you know that they are coming around to your to what it is that you have been trying to say, and that's making it even more difficult for you to not go toward them, because you're like, what's taking so long? All right, I want to get okay. I didn't want to pull these yet, but because I have them in my hand, I'm going to. Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna give you your 2 advice cards first. And then, oh no, I did. Okay. Oh my God. They're buried. They're buried. Okay. So yeah. I've made a total mess of the cards today, but it's like a perfect storm of stuff. All right. You got it. So it is time for me to give you this. And Spirit just told me to pull another card. See, I always say I'm going to make these readings short, but then Spirit gives me more guidance and I just have to follow it. I'm excited. Yeah, it says, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Stop tripping. Stop tripping. Really let this unfold the way that it's supposed to. Whatever that looks like. Goodness is coming to you. Don't try to control what it's going to be. Don't even try to think about what it's going to be. Just take solace in the fact that it's going to be. Okay? So I feel like I know Spirit is asking me to tell you what your work is right now, like what you really need to surrender. We know what they have to release. We know what they're, the fear they're working through. But what about you? Because see, you watching this, you're the one, I'm not going to say you're more healed, but you're more grounded in unconditional love at this time. But your job is to stop worrying about it. Stop worrying about it. Just like how you had to go down your path, however long that took, they have to go down theirs. And even if it takes longer, like that's their path. You really have to release control and surrender to what's good for you. And what's good for you is living in the loving light energy that is available to you every day. You know what I mean? To really stand in your power in a humble, confident, grounded, focused way. Okay? So loving on yourself more. Loving on yourself more. Really just, finding reasons to feel good. And if you don't necessarily have a reason, just the fact that feeling good feels good is enough reason, right? Not because you know that this is probably starting to turn out or move toward more of the energy that you wanted to be in. That's great, but your work is to really, because I'm going to tell you something that played a part in what happened in the connection. Your reliance on outside conditions to feel good. Yes? Yes. Okay. And so I'm going to pull one more card just to wrap the reading up, to end the reading on. And I think I know I'm going to use my wild wisdom of the Faery Oracle card just to give us a parting message, to kind of tie this all up, summarize this all up for us, Spirit, for both people. What do both of the people in this connection need to know at this time? What do they need to know? And I'm going to read you the message directly from this card. I just want you to know you guys are so loved. I love you guys so much. I said that and like everything just came out. Okay. I'm not gonna take this, but I'm gonna comment on it. I feel like, the whole message of this reading is that, light is starting to peek through the shadows. Like you're getting a glimpse of how things are going to be for you going forward, and it feels good. So keep going toward that energy. All right. I'm also hearing that you guys are watching each other. Like they're watching you, you're watching them. Okay. And, don't feel any kind of way about that, because what I'm hearing, Spirit says it's helpful. Okay. And just as I pull that, golden gift, magical help is on its way. All right. So let's see what the message of this card says. So it says, a fairy healing is coming, lifting and dissolving depression, bringing sensual bliss, calming your frustration and any anger you may have felt toward others who you feel have hurt you. Your emotions are stabilizing and running fresh and pure again. Stagnation is leaving, and you will now receive clear fairy communications about healing modalities which will work with your energy. Wear gold, which will amplify the message of this gentle card of this gentle healing card, know that while the dear queen is gentle, her power is enormous, and her touch is transformation itself. Shape shifting, empathy with gentle forms of nature, feminine power, return of sexual feelings of sensuality. When the gift comes, your energy fields will be cleansed and renewed. Negativity is clearing from your chakras and your auric energy fields to be filled with a gentle golden glow that shines brighter the happier and healthier you are. People will soon be commenting on your rebirth, how happy, how radiant you are. Your endurance will increase, as will your stamina, and what once tired and disheartened you will be easily dissolved and transmuted. Once you have received the golden gift of the fairies, abundance will be attracted to you. Your creativity will flower, as will your energetic determination to see dreams realized. There will be no more denials or self-doubt. Anything of that sort will be but the faintest echo of the past. Nature and her healing are now yours to experience. Allow your heart to open, be grateful, and give thanks. Make a small offering and know that this woman of the antlers, this fairy dear woman, is of regeneration and of shedding the past. Your feelings of sexuality and sensuality now heighten. You will now be able to give love and accept love, physical love in return, allowing your sensitivity to return. Falling away of armor and barriers. Yes, taking off the masks. Your happiness, your health, your prosperity, your sacred sensuality is calling you. Let it be yours now. All right, my dear sweet souls, that is your message 222 portal energy check. Take care of yourselves today. Drink lots and lots of water. Stay hydrated. Get out in nature. And just keep doing what you're doing, focusing on yourself, transmuting, purging the pain, and trust that you're on the right path. All right, we'll talk soon. I'll be having more readings for you throughout the week. And yeah, I love to hear how this resonated with you. Press a like, press subscribe, and we'll talk again soon. Peace.